Hey everybody, it's your host Chesley, and today we're taking a tour of the castle base that I built and grounded. So I'm here on the bird bath, and we'll go ahead and get started. I wanted to zip line in from the bird bath so you guys could kind of see the castle as we're coming in. I do have a zip line that runs both ways, back and forth to the bird bath. I also have a ladder that goes all the way from the ground up to the top of the bird bath, which is how I originally got up here. Let's zip line down. So this kind of gives you an aerial view of the backyard as well. Grounded is where you have been miniaturized to about the size of an ant. And it's a really fun game. There's a crap load of things to do in it now. They've come out with the hot and hazy. There's a brood mother fight, which is a big black widow spider. There's all kinds of everything. If you don't like spiders, you're probably not going to like this game though, because spiders are the big thing that you have to fight in this backyard, along with a bunch of other little things. But spiders are the main one. And I get stuck here on this new plant. So I just have to finish my zip line in. But there's the base over there. You can see it as we're coming in. It's pretty good size. I started with just a small building over there and then expanded, went up in the air, across, and now we have a castle on the tree. So we're going to tour all of this. I think it's going to be lots of fun. So we're going to go down here and take this sign in, which goes into the primary house, the main house of the base. Right here on the second floor. So here we are. All right, so let's start from the ground floor. We're going to go down and we're going to start down here. So this area right here is what I call the crafting zone. It has a lot of my storage. In fact, almost all of my storage is here. The workbench, this is where you craft a lot of the things that you can make, all of your armor, the building materials, things like that are all here. You can also access them from B on this screen right here, so that you can build them out on the fly. So that's how you build things when you're away from your workbench. So there's got some spinning wheels here and some grinders and some things like that out here. This is my crafting area. I think this is my main area. This area right here is the food area. So we've got water, where we
That tastes really good.
slurp it up, or we can fill water canteens from here. We also have food that's drying on the drying racks right now. So you can either consume them directly from the racks, or you can nab them off and carry them in your inventory. So that's this primary area. This is probably the most active area in Grounded in my base. And then if we go upstairs, we have, this is my main living room. This is where I sleep. My spawn area is here, and then I have all of my equipment. So I can go up and I can switch out into my B gear if I want to, or I can switch out into the sandbox gear if I want. There's all kinds of gear up here. This is the latest and the best gear that you can get, which is roly-poly. There are only 4 roly-polies in the game right now. They're sickly, but they are still really hard-hitting. I have learned a trick to kill them, to basically stay up on something and shoot them with a crap load of arrows so that they can't get to you. That's about the best way to do it. But they do heal, and it does take a little bit longer to take them down. So rather than doing melee, which they will kill you quickly, unless you're really good at blocking and jumping. The last area here on the base is up here, and this is just kind of a chill out area with some of the berry lounger chairs, which is really kind of cool. You can lounge in the chair now, which I thought was really neat that they added that feature to this part of the game. I would love it if they would add more furniture though. There's right now you just have like tables and chairs. There's 2 different kinds of tables, the square kind and the clover shaped one. You have you know, your bed, your statues, and then the chairs. It's really about the only furniture items that you really have, which is kind of disappointing. But over here, this is a little pet house. I do not have a pet currently, but if you have a pet, they will roam around and you can feed them. They get happy and sad. My last pet got very sad and actually left me because I didn't give him enough attention. This is the guest house now. This used to be where I had all of my food items, but I needed more drying racks and I needed more space, so it got moved down by the craft area, craft zone. So this is now just kind of like a guest area. This happens to be a planter garden patch, but I don't really use it that much anymore. It was also access to be able to get up to my zip lines earlier, but I don't really use that anymore. I get tired of running through the building to get to the zip lines, so I created an alternate path. This building right here is probably the coolest of anything. I found it on YouTube. It works really sweet. That zip line up there, I can send grass and weed stems down through that zip line, and they will fall off the zip line and collect right here. So I can be out and gathering a bunch of the grass planks and the weed stems, and then they'll just fall right into a big pile here, and then I can put them on the pallets and put them away. It's a really cool way to collect quite a bit of mats pretty quickly. I do have doors on the front of the castle here. The wall is now made of mushroom blocks. It was made of stem, but now it's all mushroom blocks. I did change that out. And then I have the spike traps all along the edges to keep the animals away from damaging, because they can damage your building, and then you have to come out and repair it. I think everything's in pretty good shape right now. I just repaired recently. I don't know if this one down here, they hit these three quite a bit. See, it's red. It needs a little bit of repair. But sometimes they'll, see that one needs quite a bit of repair. But they hit these quite a bit. I don't know why. That place right there, and over on this side here, they hit these quite a bit. And then around the corner on the other side. But so that's that area. And then I built up here so that I could have a good vantage point to view this whole backyard area. Mainly because the wolf spider comes, and he comes from over in that direction by the big tree. Underneath the tree, there are usually 2 wolf spiders that spawn in there, sometimes a third. But this gives me a really good vantage point of all around back here to be able to see mainly where is he at, where is he tracking, do I need to get him, and I can shoot him from up here, which is kind of cool with the bow, but it gives me a good vantage point. And then I have zip lines going across that way. I have some zip lines. You can see several zip lines going back and forth across the backyard. Those are built over time because it does take a lot of silk rope, which means fighting a lot of little spiders and big spiders too. Okay, this area right here, these zip lines go down to that side over there. And this zip line takes me to across over there onto that platform, and then I think it's a return zip line for a couple other places. This is my newest venture. I needed to get up high because I wanted a zip line that was going to go out to the picnic table. So I built this thing, and I mainly did it so I'd have a good platform here for getting out to a couple of places that I needed the height for the zip line. One is going out to the bird bath where we just came from, and the other is going out to a rock that's in the haze area. Those were 2 things that I really needed to get to, and I needed the height. So this was quite a climb. once I got that, then I decided, you know, I really would like to have a base around this tree. So I started building this bridge going across here because I knew this would give me the height to zip line any place else I needed to on the map. And I've got a couple of zip lines already running from up here, but I know I'm going to add more. But this is the castle. I built a platform that surrounds the entire tree, and then I built the castle that goes here. I'm probably going to add some railings along here, thinking that I'm going to add some railings along the step, but the castle is based on clover. The clover ceiling pieces, the flat ceiling pieces, is what I used for my floor, and then I have the stem fence all the way around. So as you can see here, I have little sitting areas, and I have the lights all around, so when it gets dark you can see more up here. This zip line right here goes back down to the primary base. It's a fast way to get down rather than running through all the stairs. Some more little berry chairs here. And we've got a little stuffed infected weevil display there. This is the kind of the living room, I would say. I was going to put some shelves up here, but I think I'm going to move my equipment, armor stuff dummies out here. So I got some storage. Haven't really used this area much. These are the guys I'm going to move back out there. I just built it kind of to build it. And this is the bedroom, but I'm not using it as my home base because I still have all my crafting stuff and everything over there, and I haven't decided if I'm going to move it. This is a stuffed ladybug. And then this walkway goes along here. Great view, right? The whole backyard. Oh, and we go over to this side and down. And this comes out into the Great Hall. So we've got seating along the side here, and we've got the table, the big table where we can sit and dine on grubs and other such things. Eat here, mainly eat jerky. So I can dry weevil jerky, which is what I have here. You can just consume it this way. You can consume water out of your water jug, which doesn't look like I need.
Can't waste food.
Yeah, she doesn't want to waste any food. We also have a little porch-like area here that overlooks the koi pond. And then out this side, I have another deck that runs along here. Got kind of a grill picnic area right here. And then this zip line actually is the one that goes out to the picnic table. And we're actually going to do that. So we can zip out here. I'll probably edit it because it does take quite a while. But it's really interesting to see the backyard from this vantage point. You can see a lot. The koi pond there on the right. To the left, you've got a couple of those, I guess they're laser things. There's a mysterious machine in the backyard. There is a red anthill over there. Lots and lots of spiders everywhere. If you don't like spiders, there is a way to set it so that they look like little mushrooms instead of actual spiders and stuff to kind of minimize the effect. But that's the big bad in the backyard is spiders. There are a lot of other things. There are bombarder beetles, there are stink beetles, there are bumblebees, there are mosquitoes. Oh God, they're annoying. The mosquitoes are one of the most annoying things, I think. Wolf spiders are the big ones. They're not as plentiful as the orb weavers, but they are really dangerous and they hit super duper hard. Coming up on the picnic table, you can see I built a big ladder that goes up to the top of the picnic table. You can also blow up a rock over there by that shovel, and that'll flop it down and you can get up here. But I had built this ladder going up quite a long time ago, and you can see the bees and the beehives all over the place up here. Okay, so we've landed here on a plate here at the picnic table. We did have a little bit of a disadvantage, and the bees decided to attack the first time I landed, so I had to evade and run. But we're here at the picnic table, and this is where you can find the entrance into the sandbox. It's up here. There are lots of videos. I'm not going to take you through the sandbox or any of the new content for Hot and Hazy or any of that kind of stuff. But underneath this book here, there is a zip line that will take you down into the new sandbox area. To the back behind the sandbox is a trash heap. There's some stuff back there now with the Hot and Hazy. So there's, and the Haze Lab has been revamped as well. So that whole area back there is been redone and is quite challenging. The Black Ant Hill area was really challenging. There's a mini boss in there now called the Assistant Manager. He was really tough to fight. In fact, I think he was harder to beat than the Broodmother. So, and that's saying something. But gear up really as much as you can, and you know you can do it. So that's kind of the tour there. So I think to conclude this tour, I think we're just going to hop on this zip line going back down. Oh yeah, this is new, this little fort thing here on the picnic table. It's called the Minotaur Maze. And they've added milk molars, which are ways to beef up your carrying capacity and your health and stamina, things like that. But to conclude this, and Grounded, like I said, is a really fun game. If you haven't played it and you like building and survival, I think you'd really enjoy this game. So we're going to zip line home.
Best ever!
Now this is a long zip line. It gives you probably one of the best views of the backyard, the overall backyard, but we kind of did that coming out. So I'm going to cut right here, and when I get back to the base, we'll wrap up. Here we are, ziplining into the base from across the pond. It's starting to get dark. I don't know if my lights are on yet, but yeah, it should be coming in. I'm seeing some lights, but here we are coming in. There's the base below us. And it is nighttime here now. So we can run down here and kind of check out the base at night. And I will leave you with this picture. So here we are. So thank you so much for touring with me. I really appreciate the time and interest and your guys' support. If you like this, please thumbs up and check out my other videos. I've got videos on stuff that I've built in WildStar, which unfortunately the game is no longer in existence. It was probably one of the best building games ever. This is really good. I've got some Scrap Mechanic. I've got House Flipper. A bunch of other video games that are very similar with the survival building theme in them. But thanks again. Take care, and we'll catch you next time.